Do you ever send a cold email and think the person on the receiving end is like, wow, this is a great email, I'm gonna book a call right away? When in reality, they're probably like, what the is this? Delete. After spending so many years sending and receiving thousands of cold emails, I can tell you that there's one thing above all else that helps to make a good email land. Personalization. When I'm talking personalization, I don't mean a company name in the email subject line. I'm talking about personalization that shows you've done the work, that you know the business. The problem is personalization can take up to 30 minutes per prospect to do. And so lots of people skip it. And this is why I built this Claude skill. If you're an SEO agency that's relying on outbound and cold email to get your next lead, and you want a time efficient and impactful way to personalize the message, then this Claude skill is for you. Let's get started. So what this Claude skill does is basically find through Apollo contacts that match your ICP and then creates personalized ranking reports through keyword.com with keywords that are tailored to the prospect's business. And so here on the screen, we have an example of what that looks like, right? So for hookagency.com, we have 10 keywords that are personalized according to the business. We have our branding up here, right? Keyword.com, and the tagline, and we have the rankings for that specific business here. And what's so great about this report is that it's accessible via a URL. So you don't have to download anything. You don't have to log into any app. We can just take this URL, we can input it into an email, and we can send it directly to that prospect. It's personalized, and you can talk directly about the impact of your SEO agency on those keyword rankings. Let me show you end to end how we create this report and how we might send it through an email. All right, so the first thing you want to do is install the agency prospecting skill that you can find on GitHub. I'll link it in the description. Next, you want to make sure that you're connected to both Apollo and keyword.com's MCP inside of Claude. Once you've done that, you can load up the skill agency prospecting, and we're gonna go through a series of steps to basically create the ranking report and then be able to send the email. So the first thing that we're going to do is find the type of prospect that we want to go after. So here we can describe in plain English what type of prospect we're going after. So we're gonna say head of SEO at hookagency.com. All right, and Claude has returned 2 candidates here. So we have Dylan, Jameson. Let's go with 1. Head of SEO department, sounds very qualified. Let's go with 1 here. So once we found out the contact's email, the next step is to fetch the contact's business homepage and find seed keywords. These seed keywords are important because we're going to feed them into the related keywords tool inside keyword.com to create a really relevant list of keywords that we're then going to add into the report. So as you can see here, we have 5 of them: roofing SEO, HVAC marketing agency, contractor marketing, home services marketing, and roofing marketing agency. So we have some rationales here for why we should choose one or the other, and let's just go with 4. There. So we're gonna go with 4. It's going to ask us how many keywords we want to be adding into the project, right? So you can go with default 25, but you can choose anywhere from 5 to 100. Let's go with 10. So now we're going to find 10 related keywords to the seed keyword home services marketing. Okay, so now we found 10 keywords that are relevant to the Hook agency. So we have a list of 10 keywords here. These all seem very relevant. We also have the monthly search volume, CPC, and competition here. So we've gone ahead and we've approved these keywords. Now it's going to ask us whether we want to be tracking this on a national or local level. For this specific business, it is recommending me to track it on a national level. So we're gonna say, let's go ahead. For some businesses, obviously, if it's more of a local type of service, you might not want to track it on a national level, but according to a city or a zip code. All right, so now we have the actual report that's been created. So you can see here the URL in which we can access this report. We have some information about the branding, so feel free to change this and adapt it to your own agency's branding. And let's go check out what this ranking report looks like. So we're gonna open it into a new tab. And here we can actually see, there we go. So we have the actual rankings for hookagency.com. So we can see all the keywords that we found before, and we can see the rankings, and we can see the URL here and our branding. And we're actually going to be adding this URL inside of the email. So that's what we're going to be doing. So, okay, let's approve. And basically what we're going to do now is that Claude is going to suggest a cold email with the URL to send directly to this prospect. So obviously this is just a template, feel free to modify it, but as you can see, we're basically able to find a contact that we want to go after, and we're able to generate a ranking report that's personalized to that contact's business. And we're able to generate a cold email with the ranking report as a URL, and we can just copy paste it into Gmail and send it straight over. As you can see right there, we have the email. I hope you found this Claude skill useful. Please give it a try and let me know the results in the comment section. And above all, feel free to modify it to make it even more impactful. This is just a template. You can modify it in ways that are going to make it more impactful. For example, you could ask Claude to periodically review the rankings inside the report, and whenever there's a negative keyword movement in there, you could prompt it to send an email to the prospect informing them of their negative keyword movement and asking them to get on the call with you so that you can improve their rankings. You could also directly hook it into Apollo or into Lemlist so that you can completely automate sending out the email, or you could put it into a sequence. There are many different ways in which you can personalize this workflow. So go crazy. Let me know what you come up with in the comment section. And if you have any particular skills you want me to build, again, comment those in the comment section. Subscribe for more content as I'll be building out more skills in the coming weeks, so stay tuned.